Recording in progress.
Today, let's take up a very contentious topic. This topic has been plaguing Nepal's political parties for quite some time, specifically the Nepali Congress. A young crop of leaders have been demanding that the senior political leadership, who is in their 70s or 80s, should retire and make way for a new crop of leaders. But that's not what's happening. Once I remember Girija Prasad Koirala, the former Prime Minister and the Nepali Congress President. I'm not a great fan of Mr. Koirala, but that's another topic for discussion. Uh, he once said, there is no such thing called retirement in the dictionary of politicians. The current crop of UML leadership, which has been in power for quite some time, has taken a clue from Koirala. That is what appears. Let us talk about the UML's latest move of that doing away with the age ceiling for political leadership. Welcome to the program. With a single stroke of the pen, the CPN-UML on Tuesday did away with its decision on the maximum age limit, that is, the age ceiling applicable for the party rank and file. In particular, this means those holding important positions will no longer have to hang their boots upon turning 70. Health permitting, they can hang on and make contributions to the party with a youthful zeal, even in their 70s and 80s. That's good news for some, isn't it? This decision to do away with the age ceiling is expected to bring in some senior leaders back to the party fold. Responding to journalists' questions about the UML move on the parliament premises on Wednesday, National Assembly member and former General Secretary of the UML, Bamdev Gautam, said he is willing to return to the party along with his friends. What is the condition for returning to the party? He will return to the party if he gets the invite from the party leadership. In response, CPN-UML President, CPN-UML Chair KP Sharma Oli said that Gautam retains his membership in the party. He is very much within the party fold. That is what he said. The UML leader, the former UML leader, Gautam, pointed out on a bitter note that the UML leadership had introduced the 70-year rule targeting him. That was meant to oust him from the party fold. That is what Gautam claims. He further said that the 70-year rule was discriminatory and against the spirit of the Constitution of Nepal 2015. He made it clear that he harbored no leadership ambitions at this age. With this UML decision, questions have arisen regarding the maximum age limit for politicians and those holding political leadership positions. The age ceiling has become a hot button issue, particularly in the Nepali Congress, where youth leaders like Gagan Thapa have been calling on senior leaders to opt out and make way for a young crop of leaders like them. What ought to be the maximum age limit for steering a political party? What age limit should be applicable for the ministers and the prime minister of this country? These questions are pertinent because bureaucrats and those holding constitutional positions retire after the age ceilings applicable to them, but for political leadership, but for leading the country, there is no age limit. Health permitting, the political leaders seem willing to just serve the country, uh, despite the fact that they have not achieved much, they have not given the country much, they have not given the people much, despite staying in power for decades on end instead of making way for uh, a young crop of leaders. In many countries, there is this term limit for the president, for the prime minister, uh, but in this country, uh, especially for the prime minister and the ministers, there is no limit, there's no term limit. Uh, Anyone can serve n number of times. There is this competition on how many times has one become the prime minister and all that. This question, what ought to be the age ceiling for steering a political party? What age ceiling should be applicable for the prime ministers and the prime minister and the ministers of this country? These are quite pertinent questions. These questions hang in the air, but the answers are not blowing in the wind. What do you think about the age limit for political leaders? Should there be some age limit for the leadership? Should there not be some age limit, the age ceiling, if you will, for the ministers and the prime minister? Please comment. Also, subscribe to this channel. We are trying to promote citizen journalism. Comment on our presentation and press that like button. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.